What's up, my lovely viewers? So, I know this is a bit early, but I have a special day at school tomorrow, so I wanted to make this video. And, well, I had school off today, which is also why I'm making this video. Well, I wear this outfit a lot in videos, this black long sleeve shirt. I promise I don't make these all the same day. But anywho, this video is about athleticism. 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 And I'm going to talk to you guys about some of the athletic-like things I have done since coming to Japan. That's right, I, Miranda Hall, have done athletic things since coming to Japan. All of my friends probably don't believe me, because I am not athletic. The most exercise I got in America was my character in Call of Duty running. I don't know why I transferred into a British accent, but I did. I'm gonna stop that now, maybe. It might just pop up randomly. But yes, I did not exercise at all in America. But anywho, start from the beginning of when I got here. My gym class, we had to run for 30 minutes straight. I could not do that because my athletic ability is 0. So I, jogged for 5 minutes and then walked because I was tired. Don't have to do that anymore. I can jog for the whole 30 minutes now. I can't run. I still can't run. Not a good runner. I'm crazy. But yes. But before I had the event that we were training for with running, I got to climb Mount Fuji. Mount Fuji. The mountain. Yes. We climbed to the original 7th station, which is higher than the 7th station, which is 2 stations away from the top. So I actually twisted one of my ankles when we were on our way to the original 6th station. We started at the 5th station, we went to the 6th. Then when we were on our way to the original 6th, I twisted my left ankle and had to lean all of my weight on my right ankle, which I then twisted on when we got to the original. By the time we had gotten to the 7th station, I had that one, it was twisted also. And then when we got to the original 7th station, I actually, the stretch from the 7th to original 7th, I actually had to stay behind and go, a lot slower than all the other people. They got up in, half an hour, maybe. It took me a lot longer, because I had to stop a lot, because I couldn't put any pressure on my ankles. And they wanted to climb the next day, and I was like, and they're like, and they were asking the other girls, if she was okay to climb, because she couldn't breathe at all. And I was like, I don't know if I'm okay to climb. It took a lot for me to walk outside, and I had gotten sick too from walking in the rain, typhoon, and then coming back out. So I had gotten sick, and I felt feverish or whatever. It was just spending the night in that lodge was just not a good event for me. It was a fun experience. It was interesting, but my legs didn't like it. So they decided anyways that we weren't going to go to the top because it was too cold, and everyone's clothes are still wet from the night before. And so they said that it's a lot more dangerous going down the mountain, and because I had already been injured, they didn't want to risk me going down, so my Rotary District paid for me and the girl that had trouble breathing and a Rotarian to go down in the back of a truck, because it was so dangerous for her it's just because, she's having the breathing problems. For me, it was because it was dangerous for me to walk down on my ankles, and we couldn't go down by ourselves, so we had a Rotarian with us. But yeah. And that was the start of my leg problems in Japan. My legs are messed up. My right leg is messed up. Fast forward a month, and I have Kyoko Ensoku, which is my school's traditional marathon where the boys run 105 kilometers and the girls run 43. And I mean run. You have to run if you want to get to every station on time. I was informed, and they had me do a medical check to make sure I was okay to compete, because not all exchange students have to compete. It's an option. Actually, it's optional for anyone. But so they're like, yeah, you can compete, you're fine, you're just not allowed to run at all. Because I had to go to Rotary meetings a lot. I mean, my class missed Mondays a lot for gym, so yeah, so they're like, so you haven't had as much training as the other kids, so I don't want you to, I as a doctor do not want you to run, it's a health risk or whatever. This was really early on in my exchange. So I was like, okay, I won't run. They're like, yeah, all the teachers just go at your own pace, you'll be fine, all this stuff. Get out there and I start, And there were cameras, so the person who was chaperoning me, my friend Rena, was like, well, let's run at the beginning to make it look good. Like, I was like, okay, I can manage running for the cameras. Like, I can do that. I can run for like 20 feet without like having a mental breakdown or physical breakdown, whichever one comes first. And we ended up walking with one of the 18 NSA girls I'm friends with, Mitsuka, who has been to America before, and she wants to travel all over the world. So, and she's really nice to hang out with. She's in the English club with me. So, and she didn't want to finish. She just wanted... God dang it, my phone keeps beeping during when I'm doing these videos. It's annoying, isn't it? I'm really sorry. But yeah, so she didn't want to finish. She wanted to get the same as me, and she wanted to get half. So we were just going to walk along. We were walking along, and I was told it was going to be a big incline, and we were walking along, I was like, this isn't that bad of an incline. Like, this is a nice little walk. It was just like a little tiny slope, going down and up and down and up and down. And they were both like, yeah, no, this isn't the slope you have to walk up. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, what? It is a mountainside like this. You walk, like, it was like, I was basically climbing a mountain. But the thing was, it never went down. Just up, 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 up. And I got 5 miles in 2 hours. Because it was 4.975 miles, which is 8 kilometers. But I got to the second station, and they actually pulled me, they're like, we can't let you go on. And I was like, what do you mean you can't let me go on? And they're like, you didn't make it within the time limit. And I got there at 9 o'clock. You want to know when the time limit was? 8:45. And I was like, I don't even want to finish the Kyoko. I don't even want to finish. I just want to get halfway. And I was like, it took me 2 hours to get here. So it'll take me another 2 hours, and that'll be 16 kilometers, and then all I gotta do is get 4 more. Like, why can't I continue? I'm not even gonna be doing the whole 12 hours. Or that might have been the whole, no. It wasn't even gonna be the whole 12 hours. It was gonna be 6 hours. And they're like, well, we already sent the person that walks behind the last person up. And I was like, there's people right behind me that are walking behind me because I'm the last person. Why can't I just go with them? But I wasn't allowed to continue. I was really, really upset. And so they had to drive me in a bus up to the next station because that's where my host father was waiting because that was the halfway point. Yeah. Sad, I know, right? Alright. And then, of course, during all this time, I'm doing basketball, which has led my leg to getting messed up. It's getting a little bit better, but when I play basketball on it all the time, it's not good. And when I kick things in my sleep, because I'm not a nice sleeper, I feel bad for my future husband, because I'm probably gonna, like, beat him up in his sleep. Because I like to hit and punch things. Like, if you're near me while I'm sleeping, like, no, you eat your own bed because I'm gonna, like, kick the living crap out of you. Sorry, it's true. I don't deal well with shared spaces. Okay. Spaces, not spaces. I don't have a lisp. But anyways, alright, so yes, I do basketball, so I've been doing all that, and I had dancing in my gym class, because I got kicked out of judo, because I didn't have the uniform. I thought it was because I was so bad, because I was really, really bad at judo. But no, it was because I didn't have the uniform, so they had me go to dance, which I excelled in the dance class. My teacher and because we got set into teams, my teacher and my team were very, like, surprised that I could actually dance, and I was like, yeah, okay, I might be a big white girl from America, but I can dance a little bit. I have a little bit of training. And then after that, my gym class has been doing basketball. Like, and we just finished, we took our test, and I have a story about, sorry about that again. But anyways, so we were doing the test for basketball, and so I'm the last girl in my class. It was me versus one of the other girls, and the goal was you had to dribble down the court, go around a cone, do a layup, and dribble back and stop the ball in your hands. And everyone was, like, competing in their pairs. You weren't supposed to, but we were. And you had to do it for 30 seconds. Take a guess. Take a guess how long it took me to do this. I'm gonna give you guys a few minutes. Got your guess? If it was above 15, you're wrong. It took me 12 seconds to go down court, dribble around a cone, dribble up to the basket, do a layup, make the layup on the first try, and dribble back to half court and stop with the ball in my hand before the other girl got there. Yeah, like, high five. Yeah, I did that. Yeah, so anyways, what I'm really, really excited about, and what I want to tell you guys about, was that tomorrow, Friday for me, is my school's second sports day. I wasn't here for the first sports day, but I'm going to be here for this sports day, which is the end of the year sports day, so maybe I'll be here for the beginning of the year sports day. I don't really know when that one is, but I'm so excited. So this one is soccer, volleyball, and basketball, and they assigned me to go on the basketball team, so I play against all the other classes for 6-minute intervals, and I'm really, really excited. And I'm talking really fast now, and I don't know why, but I'm really, really, really excited, and that's probably why I'm talking really fast. But it's tomorrow morning, right? Like, right now it's like 9 something at night. But anyways, yes. So I get to play basketball with a bunch of the girls from my class, because I'm on the girls' team, and I think there's a boys' team, and then there's a soccer team, but the soccer team, because it rained the entire day today, and the field is all muddy, they've been moved, so they're now playing table tennis instead of soccer, and there's a volleyball team. Now, I don't know if the soccer team is all boys, or if there's boy team and a girl team, and if volleyball's all girls, or if there's a girl team and a boy team, because in basketball there's a girl team and a boy team, but I don't know how they split up the soccer and the volleyball thing, because there's only a volleyball club for girls at my school, and a soccer club only for boys at my school, so I don't know how they did the whole thing. My gosh, I'm giving you guys a lot of information at once, and it's really, really fast. I'm sorry about that. I can't talk like that star and my friends here, so I let it all out here. And finally, the last athletic thing I'm going to be doing soon, not recently, that's in the past. I told you guys can't remember English anymore. Anywho, on April the 5th, my town is having a traditional walk thing, where you dress up, like, get this, you dress up like samurai, and the girls wear kimonos, but they're like, yeah, we're gonna let you dress up like a samurai. There it is again, sorry. But so you wear, like, traditional clothing, and, like, you get a sword, and some people get a gun, or other people get a sign, and you walk for 6 hours, and they were like, well, they were, like, really trying to deter me from doing this. Like, they were okay with the other exchange student doing this, but they were like, well, you can't stop it all, you can't sit down, and I was like, I can walk for 6 hours, like, that is not a problem. It really isn't a problem, I can do this, and they were like, okay, like, don't give up at any part, because if you can't give up, like, once you start, like, you can't stop, or everyone else has to stop, and I was like, I will walk for 6 hours, okay, I got this. But the girls were supposed to wear kimonos, but they were like, and I was under the impression that I got to wear a samurai outfit in the beginning, and that's why I wanted to do it, because I had already worn a kimono, but I was like, oh, samurai clothes, I could dress up like a samurai, and then they were like, oh, well, girls wear kimonos, and my host father came home that day and was like, no, you're going to be dressed like a samurai, and I was so excited, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be dressed like a samurai, and they were like, that's what they were, like, really confused about, like, why I would want to do this so bad. And I was like, I'm sorry, I'm in Japan for a limited amount of time, and you are telling me that I have the option to dress up like a samurai warrior and march in the streets for everyone to see? And you're going to think I'm not going to take that opportunity? Do you know who sent me on exchange? Do you know Rotary's B's, be first, there's be first, be active, or take action, yeah. And, you know, there's the say yes. First of all, that's like the greatest thing in the world. Oh, yeah, you can dress up like a samurai with a sword and a gun. Did they think I was gonna say no? Because it's a lot of exercise? Do they really think I'm that lazy? I do more stuff than the other exchange student here. Although most of my stuff is shopping. Does handing money out of my wallet count as exercise? I laugh at myself a lot. I don't know why, but I do. You guys can laugh at me too, that's perfectly fine. But yes, so I'm very excited for that. So I can't wait, I'm so excited. I'm like dressing up like a samurai and getting a sword. I'm excited to have the sword. Like, I mean, and there's a possibility, like, last year it rained or whatever, and it was, like, really bad. They're like, it's really cold in April, and I was like, how is it cold? We're like, why is it cold in April? It's April, it's spring. But, like, yeah, I'm, like, excited for, like, the samurai uniform or whatever, but I'm like, I get to have a sword, and maybe a gun. Because everyone gets a sword, but not everyone gets a gun, only certain people get a gun. And I'm like, I have carried a gun before, I've used a gun, can I get a gun and a sword? But really, I'm like, oh my god, I get a sword. Can I like just whip this thing out in the middle of the... It's like a parade thing. Like, can I just whip this thing out and start waving it around? You can tell it's late at night because I'm laughing at myself a lot. But, no, like, do you know how cool it's gonna be? Oh my god, it's a freaking sword! And this is where you can tell I'm a fangirl, because I freak out over small things like this. And where you can tell I'm a geek, because it's like going into Skyrim, except for Asian version in Japan, where you get to be a samurai. I don't know, I just compare my life to Skyrim. I don't go around pickpocketing people or anything like that. That's what you guys think because you play Skyrim and you know what the gameplay is. No, I meant like because I'm like role-playing as a samurai warrior with a sword that I'm really excited about. Alright, I'm just gonna stop talking there because now I'm just going on and on and on about nothing again. But anyways, I'm sorry I didn't get that top 10 list up to you guys yet. I'll try to work on it later this week. Sorry, I was busy last weekend. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later, and maybe I'll get a picture with my sword. I'm really excited about the sword. Okay, bye!